And welcome to Telma's podcast. So today I just spoke to my longtime friend in Switzerland called Mathieu. It's on what would you like to know. Just remember, what would you like to know is where I do my lives. French, Spanish or Portuguese. Yeah, I haven't done the Spanish yet. I have asked some people to do it with me. I have a few turn it down, and I've got one person who said in January, so don't worry, okay? So, today I don't have a guest. My guest I have is tomorrow. I'm going to talk to a life coach, and on Friday as well, I have another guest too. I wanted to say today I am going to talk and pay tribute to a friend of mine who passed away this year. Her name is Sara. All right, we used to go to university together. What I'm going to talk about, it might be a bit difficult to cover, to be honest with you. Sorry. But basically, before becoming a teacher, okay, I used to study film and video production back at uni. That's why I have experience in this field. That's why I'm doing this podcast I'm doing, okay? And my friend and I, we met at uni. And at that time, I was very young. I was very careless. I didn't think about, one day we're going to die. I was really feeling, I was living a full life, and she was too. So I'm going to talk to you a bit more about Sara. First time I met her, I remember she said to me, oh, she's Egyptian, how Egypt can be rough. But she spoke about the beauty of Egyptians, how they're very, open, very friendly, and always smiling. And that's what she was saying to me. And I remember she's somebody that really, just like me in a way, you don't mess with her. She's somebody, she's got very strong character. She's got this personality. She's just unforgettable. Okay, so when we were at uni, what I remember is that type of person. And I said to myself, you know what? In my teens, I used to be like that. And I was trying to be a reformed character. So we didn't used to hang out as much, but we used to say hi and things like that. We used to really, I won't say we were very close, but I would say there's somebody that I really respected, and she respected me as well. So when we were at uni, I remember a lot of times she used to have this bad attitude sometimes, always looking grumpy and upset. And then I do remember when we were working as a group, and to be honest with you, when I was at uni compared to when I was at secondary school, I was like focused. I was like, this is me who made the decision, right, to do this, to do the studying film and video production. That was my choice. When I was at school, it wasn't really my choice. It was like, get on with it. You have to do what you have to do. All right. So I was like saying to myself, I can't stand this type of person anymore. What happened to the friendly, nice person? And then the teacher informed us she was going through a lot of stuff at the time. She didn't have a place to stay. And imagine for a minute, you are studying for a diploma and you're going through this rough patch in your life. You have nowhere to stay. You are going through a lot. And then you have to think about your grade and things like that. Because my uni grade, even though I did pursue filmmaking, but that also enabled me to do my PGCE and become a teacher. So you guys think about it. If you do a university degree and in life, you don't really know what you're doing next. If your field doesn't work out, you can do a PGCE, a postgraduate course. But for that, you need to have a university degree. So anyway, as I was talking about my friend Sara, it must be hard going through that time where you have nowhere to stay, you have no one to back you, and you are uni. But what I liked about her, she could have given up, but she didn't. She carried on uni. She had the support of the teachers, and to some extent, she had our support as well. So 3 years we spent together. 3 years. So we got to know her a bit more. And the one thing I liked about her is that when she partied really hard. She really had a lot of fun. you know. So, you know, like everywhere in life, friendship get established. As I said, she was a friend, not like a close friend of mine, but she was a friend and I respected her. And then when uni finished, we all graduated and we all went our separate ways, okay? So when I left uni, in fact, when I was at uni, I was pregnant, you know, with my child, my firstborn. And I started to work in this field. And then years went by, things didn't work out, and then I became a teacher. I kept in touch with her here and there. So I think it's fair to say a lot of us who didn't really pursue filmmaking, but she was doing a lot of cool stuff on Instagram. So she was documenting her travels. She was also documenting, you know, I don't know, she had this Facebook, like, so this Instagram about feeling good. You know, I think she was into things like that, about feeling good, feeling happy, like happy place. And I think it was in Thailand that she used to go quite a lot. And what I liked about it is the positive message that she had on Instagram, especially. And she had a really big following, I think about 7,000 followers or something like that. And then I found out about a couple of years ago, maybe 2021. So I started to discover she was starting to be ill. So we're talking about cancer. And what I remember, I had my second child by then. But what I remember, here and there we used to go in touch, like, how you doing and things like that. But when she became ill, that's when we started to talk a bit more. And I was asking her about how are you doing today? Like, we were planned to meet up. And I even said to her, look, tell me where your hospital is. Let me come and find you. But because she was battling illness, you know, I don't really know what it's like to have cancer. I wouldn't know what to tell you, but she was documenting live on Instagram that she was going through illness. She was going through hell, literally. And that, from what I gather, she didn't have a lot of support from her family. Maybe she did, I'm not sure. But most of the time, I saw her on her own. And every time I'm like, are you okay? Do you need anything? And also, bear in mind, I couldn't just leave everything, like, because, you know, I have kids, I have a duty, I also have work, so it's a bit hard, but I was willing to go and visit her. And since 2021, you know, we were like back and forth chatting, but unfortunately it didn't happen, okay? And this year there was one disturbing video, and there's some videos she was talking about treatment where she was getting in hospital. And there was one disturbing one, I think the last one that she did, where she was really, I think the drugs really got hold of her because she wasn't coherent. You couldn't really understand what she was saying. And also, you couldn't work out what was happening. So I really was a bit confused about what was happening. But what pained me the most is that she faced most of this all alone. And I felt bad because I felt like I'm a voyeur. You know, voyeur is like the act of you looking, you know, like you watching TV. It's like you are there and you're powerless. So the one regret I have, not insisting more, even talking to people so that knew her, how to see her. That's the one regret I have. When I found out that she passed away, it was mixed emotion because on one hand, I was happy that her suffering was over. I was happy that she didn't suffer anymore. But on the other end, I do regret not having seen her. And also, I was meant to go to a funeral. And I don't know what got hold of me. I found it so hard not only to accept that she was gone, but she was young. Like, that's not fair, you know, going that young. And it just, I don't know, I felt like I couldn't go. Something stopped me from going, from attending. And I decided to stay at work and change my mind because it was hard. It was really hard. Like the day before, you know, to face reality, it was hard. So this is my message to a lot of people that if you have somebody that you like, that you know, and they're not well, find any means possible to see that person. Find any means possible to tell them how you feel about them before it's too late. Yeah, just please do that. But on a positive note, on Sarah, I'll never forget how the personality she walks in a room, you can feel the presence. She commands attention. And also she's so beautiful and inside out, really. She had this strong character, like, don't mess with me. Like, she's a woman, but she's like, really, you don't mess with me. And that's the type of personality that I have as well. But really and truly, she put out there the things that she loved, you know, traveling, discovering places, and going out. She had a lot of friends, I have to say. And the one thing I would say, really and truly, is that she was somebody that I really cared about and that I liked. And her passing really touched me. It really did. Somebody that I knew for quite a while. We met each other back in 2005. So we know each other for 18 years. So here's my message, Sarah. I'm going to end it there now. Dear Sarah, I hope somewhere you see this video. You shared all your incredible moment and sadly your painful moments with us for awareness, but also for us to feel good about the things that we love, about finding our peaceful place. So I want to say thank you for that. I do hope that you're out of harm's way, that now all the suffering is over, that you're going to rest in eternal peace. And thank you for, being in my life, because I met you and I was really happy. And again, I'm very sorry that I haven't seen you since uni. And please forgive me. And I want to say a big thank you for everything again, Sarah. And I'm going to send this to all our uni friends. And I hope one day we're going to meet up and celebrate your life. Okay? So everyone, look out for each other. Anything that you want to say to people, say it now. Don't wait when they're gone. Okay? On that note, I'm going to wish you all a lovely evening. And see you tomorrow for my podcast. Bye-bye.